Precious. Hello friends, this is Precious and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to talk about how did I study medical coding terminology and anatomy. That is one of the most asked questions as well. We have already answered the how much does a coder or medical coder earn, and now we are going to answer what or how did I study for medical terminology and anatomy. So let's get started. So there are a lot of ways for you to study medical terminology and anatomy. In my case, since I enrolled at AMCI, they were able to give us a class. If I remembered it correctly, it was once a week class where we studied medical terminology or each body system once a week. I remember, oh, wait a second. This is actually my note. These are my notes when I was studying medical terminology and anatomy. So in my class with AMCI, we actually have like once a week class for medical coding and terminology, or medical coding terminology and anatomy. I remember there was like week 1, it was about integ, and then week 2 might be muscular system or musculoskeletal. Week 3, respiratory, something like that. It is divided every week. So in that case as well, we were able to answer and grasp more information through links that our instructors were giving us. For example, we went to Quizlet, and if you are not familiar with Quizlet, you can Google it right now. In Quizlet, there are a lot of free resources where you can study medical coding terminology and anatomy. They have like a flashcards kind of type, and there's also like a question and answer or multiple choices. You can do that. In my case, we had the AAPC CPC guide. There is a medical and terminology page or section just for the medical terminology and anatomy. And in that, together with my classes, I was able to write down the most used or the most common prefixes, suffixes, the root word, and that. By the way, when you are going to study for medical terminology and anatomy, you must start with the prefix, suffix, and the root word. That is like the main foundation for you to continue studying and understanding medical terminology and anatomy. So for example, in this binder, I have like the prefix. I hope you can see that. So this is like my note. So we have here like intra, within, inside, hyper, over, above, supra, above, tachy, fast, auto, south, poly, many, para, beside, near, peri, around. Those common prefixes, I have it here in my note. Also, the common suffixes is also here, as you can see. Like algia or pain, site as in cell, genesis like produces or generates. There's also like surgical suffixes and procedural suffixes such as centesis, puncture to withdraw fluid, ectomy, surgical removal. And actually ectomy is very common with my work right now. We have to look for thyroidectomy, lumpectomy, something like that. Also the ostomy or the surgical creating. Ostomy means surgically created an opening. So for example, like the stomach status like colostomy, ileostomy, gastrostomy, those are also common in the medical coding world. You will be seeing that almost every day in your charts. And there is also like procedural suffixes such as gram, graph, graphy, meter, scope. So for example, there is electrocardiogram, there is echocardiogram, or there is like ultrasound as well. There is endoscope or endoscopy. Those different procedures, you will see that in your charts as well. So what I did was actually in my book with a CPC, with my CPC book, with a Quizlet, and with also just learning along the way, I was able to write the prefixes and the suffixes in this note. And with that, I also have like here, this one. This is from Quizlet because we were able to print also. Alright friends, if you have your ICD-10-CM book and you also have your CPT book, I think that's also another reinforcement or another resources that you can study anatomical illustrations or medical terminology and anatomy. For example, you have your ICD-10-CM book right here. Of course, we have already tabbed this. So when you go to anatomical illustration page, you already have the circulatory system. So with that alone, you can already study, and you can already get some information that are needed. Medical terminology and anatomy for me was really difficult because there's a lot of information, but actually it was also nice to have your book with you when you are taking the certification exam, because if you are lost and you don't know what to do during the medical terminology and anatomy part of the exam, you just have to go back to your CPT book or to your ICD-10-CM. And actually, this might be enough for your studying. I think it was one of the mock exams or the exam itself, or just for my studying, that I have to memorize or have to really think deeper the process of digestion, or where does the digestion process start. So yeah, you have here, it's in the ICD-10-CM itself, you have a lot of anatomical instructions or anatomical illustrations. You have also the eyes, the reproductive system, the lymphatic system, the musculoskeletal system, and a lot more. So yeah, this is really, really important. And also guys, I would suggest that you really study also the musculoskeletal system, the different muscles, those things, the different types of bones in your feet, in your legs, or whatever is that, your foot anatomy, your brain anatomy, those things. And you can have that in your ICD-10-CM book. Also, in your CPT book, let me grab it. For example, you are in the surgery part. So in the surgery part, before you even go or see other codes, you already have this different photos, different illustrations right there. So from there, you can really study. And I really remember I remember clearly when I was taking the exam and I couldn't remember the word and I couldn't remember the terminology. I was like, how can I get it? So I was really like, oh, I have a book. So I really just have to go through the book and find the word or the terminology that I think is the correct answer for that question. So your book alone, the CPT and the ICD-10-CM book alone, these books are already enough, I think, for you to study your medical coding terminology and anatomy. But also, if you want more enhancement with your studying, there are a lot of online resources, guys. Actually, there is a medical coding terminology and anatomy for coders that is available in Amazon. You can go to Amazon and buy that one. And there are also resources. If you want to go to Etsy, there are a lot of resources from Etsy. So that's it. I finally answered that question. How did I study medical coding terminology and anatomy? And yes, if you're wondering why I haven't been uploading contents lately, it's because I have been crocheting my heart out. I've been into crochet lately that there is no space for them anymore here. So because of that, I just had launched my Etsy shop. Shameless blog, but yes, I just launched my Etsy shop a few days ago. And if you're interested with my crochet stuff, please visit and give some love to my Etsy shop. You know what? There are a lot of things there. Number one, that giant strawberries. Those two. I have the red giant strawberry and the pink, and also I have a life-size crochet pumpkin. So if you're interested with that, go to my Etsy shop and you might want to buy it. But also my favorite thing that I do there is also my scrunchies. I have different scrunchie colors. I have these, and I'll put my Etsy shop link down below. I have pink, I have the dark crimson, I have the watercress, and I have a lot more. And just today I have launched my keychain, and let me grab it. It's actually there. They're actually there. So let me grab it. So I just actually launched my new products, which I call the Precious Mini Friends, and they came with 5 different colors. So this is the box, and my mini friends are here. I have the mini frog. You can have it as a keychain or you want to collect them. I have the little mushroom. I also have my little penguin. Oh, they're so cute. And my mini whale. I know, they are so cute. So this is the mint color. You can buy individually or the pack. I have the mint. I also have the poppy red. I have, of course, yellow. Just want to show them to you. I have the bubble gum. And lastly, I have the sea glass color. So it's really up to you. You can mix and match them. And also you can choose what kind of mini friend do you want to collect. It's also an option if you want it to be like a keychain. I have a sample here that I already made as a keychain. Let me grab it. Yeah, just like this. This little penguin is a keychain. So you have an option to write for personalization there if you want it to be in a keychain form, or you want just to collect, you know, a plushie. So I have the mini pack, and also I have them individually. And again, guys, these are all, if you look at my shop and you say, oh, these are very cheap, these are cheaper compared to other shops that you will see online. That is because I just want to break even and shop more yarns. That's just my purpose. There's nothing else. I just want to break even with my cost and, you know, buy more yarns. So I have that. I also have my flowers. I also have cats, dinosaurs, kitties, pumpkin, mini pumpkin, you name it. It's in my shop. And also I have been crocheting cotton yarns that I'm so in love. I hope it's here, but they're outside, and they are checkered tote bags. If you're interested with tote bags, guys, please go and visit it. Guys, the name of my shop is So Precious Makes, and I hope you visit my shop and give some love. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.